All right, fellas, here is what no one tells you about getting lean. You watch all the videos online about lean is law, you get more attractive, you're going to get more women, all the benefits of being low body fat percentage. And you understand this. You are on the journey to getting it. But no one tells you how difficult it is the first time you get there. Getting lean for the first time is hard. However, staying lean is easy because once you see yourself at 10 to 12% body fat, you get the positive validation every single time you see yourself. Every single time you see yourself in a reflection, the mirror, every interaction you have, you see the difference in the way people treat you. You will never, ever allow yourself to get beyond 14, 15% body fat. You will never allow yourself to fall into the comfort you originally were in. And once you understand how to get there, what it took to actually make it happen, you now understand and we're able to go through what it takes to get lean. And in reality, as I said before, it's hard. And it takes 50, 40, maybe even 30% as much effort to maintain it. And you're going to be able to eat more food, stay lean year-round, make crazy progress in the gym, but also get all the benefits of working out. And you know you get all of these from being in shape. Think about what you want out of being jacked, going to the gym. You want to be more confident. You don't want to be invisible when you walk in rooms. You want to be more attractive. You want to be able to speak with conviction. You want to look masculine. You want to be strong so that you can actually use your body. You get all of these things from being lean. Being bulked up, skinny fat, whatever it is, 20+% body fat doesn't give you any of those things other than being strong. You need to make sure you are chasing the right goals and doing the things on a daily basis that align with those goals. The first time you get lean down to 10% body fat, it is a drag. It is a pain in the ass, and you feel like it cannot come sooner. It is going to take longer than you want it to. You're probably going to have to eat less foods at certain points and be hungrier than you want to. You're going to have more cravings than ever before. Your workouts are going to feel like ass. You are going to go to the gym. The pump's not really going to be there. You're going to want to leave as soon as you walk in. However, if you can commit to this one time, everything starts to change. Once you get out of that dieting phase, you start adding in a little bit more food slowly on a reverse diet. You're no longer hungry in the same way. You no longer crave bad food because you've been dialed in for so long that when you do eat processed food, crap, ice cream, anything like that, you will feel 10 times worse. And you will not want to even eat it. It doesn't even feel enjoyable anymore because it's so processed, it feels unnatural when you eat it. You're so used to it right now. If you are eating processed food, it just tastes normal. But that is not what food tastes like. You are going to want and crave satiating whole foods. You're going to crave eggs, honey, fruit, rice. You will crave these things on a daily basis rather than craving the chocolate, the ice cream, whatever it may be that you eat, donuts. Your desire for those things completely go away after you break the habit of eating them. Because at the end of the day, it is an addiction. You have an addiction to unhealthy food. And now you'll start realizing that your body is craving, when it is hungry, food that is actually going to give you energy. You're going to want to eat food that afterwards you feel like you can get up, you can go for a run, you can train right after eating, rather than eating a meal and feeling like you have to take a nap for an hour just to get back to baseline, which is actually super low energy and no desire to actually accomplish anything in your life. And the problem is when you're not lean. Being lean seems like this thing that you have to achieve and you have to try hold on to. And it's something that can easily slip away. But in reality, once you get there and you do a proper reverse diet and you can eat more calories and maintain it, it's no longer something you try to get. It's no longer something you chase down. It's just who you are. It's who you have become. It becomes part of your identity because you are seeing yourself at max level. You are seeing yourself in the best physical shape you have ever been in. So you are no longer okay with getting comfortable, allowing yourself to slip up, seeing yourself bloated, full of water retention, poor skin, low energy on a daily basis, poor hormone profile, no jawline, your waist slightly sticking out of your belly. You will not accept this for yourself. So your identity becomes that of someone who is disciplined and who seeks out slightly less comfortable situations that he knows in the long term makes his life more comfortable, but in the short term, he seeks out those uncomfortable situations that he has to put himself through to become the best version of himself. And the positive feedback loop you start getting when you start putting on clothes, it doesn't matter if you're wearing a suit, it doesn't matter if you're wearing day-to-day clothes, it doesn't matter if you're wearing gym outfits. Doesn't matter if you're not wearing anything. You get a positive feedback every single time you see yourself. You look expensive. You're wearing a $2 Walmart shirt and your arms are bursting out the sleeves. You're looking vascular. You're looking at yourself like, holy shit, I look like a superhero. And you will start getting compliments. First, it'll come from your family members because they're going to notice that difference. They've known you your whole life. Then it's going to start coming from your coworkers. They see you every day. Then it's going to start coming from random people on the street. And the truth is, 10% body fat, you stick out a lot. And people will say it in random people that you've never met before. And if you actually go lower into like influencer lean, like proper bone pill shredded single digit body fat, random people will come up to you and ask you what you do. Women will compliment you in the grocery store, but there is diminishing returns below 10% body fat. 10 to 12% body fat you can actually maintain year round and actually feel good. I don't mean maintain as in make yourself suffer year round. I mean actually live an enjoyable, balanced life. But as I said, if you really do get to single digit body fat, people will be like, who the fuck is this guy? And what does he do for a living? Is he a movie star? Is he a bodybuilder? People will actually think that about you, but in my opinion, not worth getting influencer lean. If you're natural or if it's not your job, you're going to feel terrible on a daily basis. But the amount of energy and clarity you get is incredible once you finally get lean. And it's really funny because I ask this question to people sometimes before they start their journey, before they start their transformation. I said, how do you feel on a daily basis? They say, yeah, I feel all right. My energy's not too bad. And then they lose 10 to 15 pounds or they get down to around 12, 14% body fat, and they can't believe how much energy they have. They can't believe how good they sleep. They can't believe how good they look on a daily basis and how much energy they have to attack other things in their life, other avenues, start businesses, level up in their career. All because of the way they feel about themselves, because it gives you a boost every time you see yourself. You say, holy shit, I can accomplish anything. Especially when you see that big of a change in your body and you literally see reality change in front of you. And a lot of this is all just about momentum because you're seeing wins in real time. You're getting motion. And then you start getting addicted to the progression side of things. It's not even necessarily about the vanity anymore. You start noticing everything you do on a daily basis, the foods you eat, the cardio you do, the step count, the training. This gives you a natural high and you want to chase this down and you want to start looking at other things the same way. You want to start a business and you want to start doing those daily habits and start ticking off boxes because you know if you keep compounding those over time, you're going to succeed. Same with relationships, same in a career, whatever it may be. There's so many different things. It could even be a skill. You could even start playing chess and then start breaking down different openings. And then the counters to those openings. But you start looking at things differently as a man. You start looking at things like a problem to solve, and you have the power to do so as long as you're willing to put the effort in. And this is one of the most enlightening things you could get as a man, because now you have no limits. Before, you had limiting beliefs thinking, oh no, I can't do that. I'm not capable of accomplishing anything. I wasn't born with those genetics, or I'm not skilled at that. But once you actually see real results that you see benefits from on a daily basis, and getting lean, getting in shape is the lowest hanging fruit. Like, anybody can do it. It does not matter what equipment you have. It doesn't even matter how much money you have. Literally every single one of you can get in shape. You will be able to transfer that energy into other things. And it's life-changing. And I've seen it with so many guys. Their life can literally flip 180. They can go from broke, hating every single day they wake up. Bad relationships, bad job. In 6 months, everything completely changes. They get a job that's paying triple the income. They break up with their girl. Now they got options. They move from the basement suite to the penthouse. I have seen that all because people get in shape. You don't realize how much potential you are leaving on the table by not being in the best physical condition you could be in. Getting lean the first time is the hardest part, but you need to commit to it. You need to not look at it as a short-term phase. You need to not be reactive on this journey. You need to tough it out even when it feels like a fucking disaster, because it will be worth it. And once you get to 10% body fat, you will never go back. You will never allow yourself to slack again. You will see what you're truly capable of, and it will help you succeed in every single area of your life. And if you guys want to expedite this process, you want to get lean, you want to get jacked, you want the aesthetic physique, and you want to be able to leverage it in other areas of your life, book a call me down below. Follow me on Instagram @Brasai and DM me the word elite. We'll talk about where you're currently at, where you're trying to get to, your goals in the gym and out, and how we can accomplish them together.